Hey friends, it's Marie and I am here to show you the Tonic Stuidos Show Kit #1. So this is their first show kit. I'm going to do a quick unboxing to show you what's inside the box, and then I'll do a sort of a tutorial on how to put these dies together. Now you get a sheet that lists all the product that's inside of here if you want to go get more. There's also this little folder here that includes the dies and this little stamp set. Now there are these cute little stamps. These are a jungle theme and some really fun sentiments that go along with it. And then you also have these dies. Now these dies create some little treat boxes or gift boxes that you can also decorate and put lots of fun things on. There's also some coordinating dies that go along with the stamps. And I really love how they put it in this little folder here. It's got these little hole punchers, so if you wanted to keep all your craft kit items together in a binder, you absolutely could. You also get the 6x6 Rainbow Fever pattern paper pad, and all of these papers are an assortment of colors and lots of patterns that really go well with the whole jungle theme, and I think these are really fun for making these gift boxes, but you could also do cards with these and all kinds of things with this pattern paper. So you also get one of these ink cubes. Now they come in packs of 3, and these are the 3, this is the variety of colors. You will get one of those ink cubes in your box. You will also get one of these aqua shimmer pens. They normally come in a pack of 2, but in your show kit you will get one aqua shimmer pen and one ink cube. You also get some of this twine. This is avocado baker's twine, and I think it's really fun. This you can use to tie your little treat boxes together. You get some of this Pear Sheen glitter. This is prickly pear. It's this green color. I think it's really adorable. You also get a sample size of some of their shimmering pearl embossing powder. And you get a little sample size of some Nuvo drops. This is the color Red Berry. And you also get some of these confetti cloud crystal pieces. These are little confetti pieces, and I really love these. I think they're really pretty, so I had to open it up and kind of sprinkle some in my hand so you can get a closer look. They're white, but they have sort of a rainbow kind of theme or sheen to them. You also get an assortment of cardstock. So you get a lot of different colors in here and a few specialty papers. So you get a purple, this one's textured. You also get some of this Chilli red, which is textured. You get this marigold yellow, this is also textured. And then you get a few specialty papers. So this is some of their, I think, pearl shimmering, not shimmering pearl, but like a pearlescent kind of paper. This one's one of their cotton handmade papers. I think it's evergreen fir, and I love this embossing on here, and it's got a gold shine to it. And this one, I believe, is bronze labyrinth, is another embossed specialty paper. And then you get this sort of mirror paper. So let's get into building the dies. So let's go ahead and play with these dies. I just want to give you a look at how you put these boxes together. So you want to take your dies out of the packaging. You get 2 sleeves of dies. These cut out the boxes. These are coordinating dies for the stamp sets. They cut little windows out of your treat boxes. There's a few sentiments there. There's a little bow. There's a few tags. So you have so many options to create with. I'm just going to show you today how to create the box, how to assemble it, and then you can take these dies and do whatever you want with them. So the way I like to do this is I like to arrange my die. I usually try to get it in the corner or along the side of my paper to save as much paper as possible, and then I tape down my die and run it through my die cutting machine. That just keeps it in place so it doesn't shift as I'm cranking it through my machine. So to assemble a box, you want to go ahead and cut out 2 of these sides. You're going to put 2 of them together to create one little box. And you notice here, as well as cutting, it also scores. So you're just going to want to go ahead and fold these sides on the score lines, fold them in, and that's kind of how you're going to start creating your little box. Now if you want to really crease these folds really well, get a nice fold on there, you can take your Tonic fold and score tool and just rub them down and get a really nice, clean, crisp crease on those scored lines. So go ahead and do that with all of your sides. Just fold them in and crease them down with your tool, but you don't even need the tool if you don't have one. It just gives you a really nice creased fold. So once you have all those folded, it's going to be really easy to assemble these. I'm just going to give you a look here how they kind of go together. You're going to slip those two sides together to create the full box. Now before adding adhesive on this little box, I do want to show you how you can cut out little windows if that's what you want to do. They have a few of these little designs here, and these cut out the design. They do not cut out the whole window. There is another die that you can cut out the window if you want to get one of these little panels that you can layer on the outside. But if you just want to cut out the window from your box, just go ahead and tape one of these on, run it through your die cutting machine, and it'll cut that design out of your box. So you could do this on one side, I did it on two, you could do it on all four sides. It's really up to you and what kind of look you want with your box. Now I'm going to go ahead and tape together my little sides. I'm using some of this tape adhesive from Nuvo, but you could also definitely use the liquid glue. That works great as well, and I've used that on some of the boxes that I've created with this kit. I'm just putting a little bit of glue and a tape runner adhesive, and I'm putting it on the outside of these flaps so that when I adhere them together, those flaps are hidden on the inside of the box. So you can kind of tape the bottoms together. They're just going to slip together like you see there. And I'm putting a little bit of glue on these side pieces so that when I put the bottom pieces together, I can just press all of those pieces on and adhere them together, and my box is going to be complete. So I'm putting a little bit of that tape runner adhesive on those flaps there. And then you're also going to want to go ahead and put some of that adhesive on the bottom of the inside of your box so that you can then glue them together. And then once you have your adhesive on, just go ahead and line up those sides, and you'll see which sides go together. You kind of want to match up the ones that are opposite that are matching, if that makes sense. And then just fold your sides in and then adhere them together. So these are really simple. You just make 2 cuts for those sides with that treat box die, and then just glue them together and you have a little treat box. And I love that these papers are double-sided, so you get that pattern inside as well as outside. And then I wanted to show you, if you wanted to go ahead and really make sure that your boxes are stuck and adhered together, take your score tool and just kind of press it down inside your box. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to get in there with your fingers, but your score tool works great. So that is basically how you assemble the box. I want to show you now a really simple way to thread it. So you can take your twine that is included in the box. You can cut a little strip. You don't need a ton. You just need a small strip of this twine, and go ahead and thread it through those sides that only have one hole in it. You want to go ahead and thread it through both of them. Once you have done that, you're going to take both sides of your twine, thread it through the back side, put them both through the holes, and then once you have that done, you can gently pull on that string and start to fold in those 3 sides. I like to make sure that I fold them gently, and you can crease these flaps on top and get a nice fold, but I kind of like that gentle curve on top that it gives if you don't fold them. So I'm gently folding these 3 sides over, and then I'm going to thread this twine through the last flap. And then it'll give me those 2 strings on top that I can tie into a bow or a knot, or tie it however you want. You can also go ahead and tie on any tags or anything that you want on the top, any embellishments. But this is just the simple, basic way to create a box and then tie it. And I think that this twine is so cute with that red, with the green and the white on there, and it coordinates with these boxes. So now you have your box assembled. You can definitely go ahead and embellish some more. I wanted to show you what some of these tags look like, and that stamped image all cut out. I used some of those specialty papers. I stamped and colored on some plain white cardstock, and then you can make coordinating tags for your boxes. There's also this one little die in here I wanted to talk about. This kind of looks like glasses to me, but this is the die for that little bow. And I just wanted to show you how you can cut and assemble this bow. It's so super cute for adding to the tags or the top of the boxes, and really simple to do. So go ahead and cut out your little bow die. And what I like to do with the sides is take my score tool and then just gently curve those two sides that are going to be the loops on your bow. And I do this because it gives it more of a curve instead of, if you don't curve it before you glue it down, it kind of folds those sides of the bow instead of curves them. So if you want a nice fluffy curved bow, I definitely recommend scoring those two sides before folding it over. Now I just put a dot of my Nuvo Deluxe glue on the inside of this bow. I'm holding that little tab in place with my score tool until it dries, and then I'm going to fold the other side over as well. You just want to stack up these sides over top of each other and let that glue dry. And this tool is really handy for keeping everything in place while that glue dries. Now the liquid glue does not take forever to dry. I hold it there for a few seconds until it really gets tacky and holds everything in place, and then I just move on with that next step. So what I'm doing here is I'm folding this little strip of paper down between my two bows, and it's going to keep that together, and it's also going to make it look a little bit more finished. You have more than enough of this little strip of paper, so you want to go ahead and glue it on the back side as well. And then you do have a little tab kind of sticking out of the back there, and I just go ahead and trim that off to get a nice clean bow. So that is basically how you assemble that bow. You can then go ahead and add it to your tags, add it to your boxes, and it's a really cute little embellishment. You can make a ton of these. I just think they're so adorable. I'm adding mine to this little tag with the lion using a little foam square from Craft Perfect. And that's basically how you assemble these boxes. I think they're so super cute. They would be great graduation gifts, treat boxes for weddings or parties. I think they're really simple and easy to do, and you can dress them up any way you want to make them your own. So that is kind of how you assemble the boxes. Here's a few photos of my finished projects. You can dress them up, embellish them, use all of the embellishments in the boxes to make it your own. You also don't have to stay with the jungle theme. You can also use the different papers to make little wedding boxes or anything you want in any style you want. So thanks for joining today. I hope this gave you some inspiration, and I'll see you next time. Bye!